It's kind of crazy, but most people work their entire lives and never build any real wealth. And it's not because they're lazy, it's because nobody ever gives them a clear, step-by-step system. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. Okay, let's dive into the roadmap for creating wealth, even if you're starting from absolute zero.
Look, if you're starting from zero, or let's be real, maybe even less than zero, it can feel totally overwhelming, maybe even a little shameful, right? But I want you to completely reframe that. As financial educator Joy Essay says, this isn't some character flaw. It's just your starting point. And honestly, a starting point is the most powerful place to be, because from here on out, every single step you take is progress.
So here's the roadmap for that journey. We're going to start with your starting point and what we call the invisible foundation. Then we'll build your financial defenses, start the wealth engine, and finally, map out the path to freedom. All right, so let's jump right into part one, the invisible foundation. See, before you save a single dollar, you have to build what some people call the invisible architecture. This is the bedrock of beliefs and financial clarity that all of your future wealth is going to be built on.
And this is so important because it gets at the fundamental fork in the road. On one side, you've got the scarcity mindset, this feeling that money is always running out, which leads to fear-based decisions. On the other, you have the wealth mindset, which sees money as a tool, something you can learn to use for growth. So just take a second. Which one of those sounds more like you? Seriously, making this one mental shift is the silent engine behind everything we're going to talk about.
Okay, so once you start getting your head in the right space, the next step is, well, it's brutally practical. There's an old saying that's so true here. You just can't improve what you don't measure. And yeah, a lot of people skip this part because, well, the truth can hurt, right? But clarity, that's where all progress begins. And that big measurement? It's your net worth. It's just a simple formula. Add up everything you own, your assets, and subtract everything you owe, your liabilities. And I got to be really clear about this. This number, whether it's positive or negative, it is not a judgment. It's not your worth as a person. It is simply the "you are here" dot on your financial map.
All right, foundation's in place. Now for part two, build your financial defenses. Think of this phase as building a financial fortress around yourself. It's all about protecting your journey from all the curveballs life is going to throw at you. And this is absolutely crucial. You have to do these things in the right order. This is like the official order of operations for building wealth. First, a small buffer for immediate shocks. Then, you plug the biggest leaks. That's your high-interest debt. After that, you build a much bigger buffer, and only then, from a position of security, do you start investing.
So, step one, that starter emergency fund. And look, we're not talking about 6 months of living expenses here. Not yet. We're talking a small, super achievable goal, maybe $500, maybe $1,000. This is the little cushion that stops something small, like a flat tire, from turning into a full-blown credit card disaster.
Okay, but that brings up a really practical question. You've worked hard to scrape this money together, so where does it go? You need it to be safe, but you also need to be able to get to it in a real emergency.
Well, according to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, here are your best options. The most important thing here is that the money has to be safe, easy to get to in an emergency, but, and this is key, separate enough that you aren't tempted to dip into it for a pizza on Friday night. A dedicated, high-yield savings account is often the perfect tool for the job.
So once that starter fund is locked and loaded, your next mission, and this is non-negotiable, is to attack your high-interest debt. I'm talking about things like credit cards. The ones charging 20% interest or more. That stuff is the single most destructive force in your financial life. Think about it. No investment on the planet can reliably get you a 20+% return. So paying off that debt, it's literally the best, most guaranteed investment you can possibly make. All right, your defenses are up. You stopped the financial leaks. Now it's time for part three. And this is where we shift from playing defense to playing offense. It's time to fire up the wealth engine itself, growth and compounding. Okay, this right here, this is the magic. This is the force that does all the heavy lifting for you down the road. Compound interest is basically when your money starts having babies, and then those babies have babies. It's this incredible snowball effect. And honestly, our brains are just not wired to understand how powerful this really is. To give you an idea of just how mind-bending this is, think about this. If you took a regular piece of paper and could somehow fold it in half 50 times, guess how thick it would be? It would be thick enough to reach the sun. That's not linear growth. That's the explosive power of compounding. Okay, let's bring this back down to earth with a classic example. You've got two people, Michelle and Matt. Michelle invests $250 a month, but only for 10 years, from age 22 to 32. Then she stops, completely, doesn't add another penny. Matt starts right after her at 32, and he invests the same $250 a month, but he does it for 30 years. Who do you think retires with more? It's Michelle. Even though she invested way less money, she ends up with over $130,000 more than Matt. So what's the secret? It's not the money, it's the time.
And that story brings us to probably the single most important rule in this entire explainer. Save early and often. The biggest mistake you can make isn't starting with a small amount. The biggest mistake is not starting at all. The best time to start is right now.
Okay, and that brings us to our final section, the path to freedom. Let's zoom out for a second, because the goal here isn't just about having a giant pile of money. It's about playing the long game to win the ultimate prize, financial freedom, the ability to own your time.
You've probably heard of a framework for this called the FIRE movement. It stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. But here's what's so powerful about it. The big idea isn't even about retiring early. It's about getting to a point where work becomes a choice, not a necessity. It's about making work optional.
And look, this whole financial freedom thing isn't the one-size-fits-all deal. You've got lean FIRE for the minimalists, fat FIRE for people who want to maintain a more high-end lifestyle, and there are all these cool hybrids like barista FIRE, where your investments cover most of your bills, but you work part-time for fun or for the benefits. The point is, you get to define what freedom looks like for you. It's totally customizable. So let's wrap this all up and put a bow on it. The path from zero is really just a four-step journey. Step 1, build your foundation with the right mindset and a real audit of where you are. Step 2, create your defenses with an emergency fund and by killing bad debt. Step 3, start your engines by increasing your income and investing. And Step 4, play the long game by defining what freedom means to you. You know, when you boil it all down, it comes to this. The best time to start building wealth was yesterday. The second best time is right now. You can't go back and change the past, but the power to start is right here, in this moment. The most critical step is always the next one you take.
So, there you have it. You've got the roadmap from getting your mind right all the way to mapping out your freedom. So the only question left isn't about what you know, it's about what you're going to do. What is the very first tiny step you are going to take this week to get started on this journey?